I have to turn this too. Strange. Hello and welcome to Glitter Goddess Yoga. I'm Trent. This is AM. I think so. Oh no. Sorry, I'll start it again. Hello everyone and welcome to Glitter Goddess Yoga. I'm Trent. This is AM, and we'll be doing a restorative grounding flow today. So just if something isn't part of your practice today, feel free to go into a child's pose, do your own practice. If that feels great, take a break, take a step away from your mat. Have some water by your side to stay hydrated. And if you have any pillows or blankets that you'd like to bring into your practice today, you're more than welcome. We're all open here. Just having some light cushion for any tensions or comfortability for today's session. Shouts out Providence Library for making this happen. And with that being said, we're going to get started. So if you can join me on your mat in a comfortable seat. Oh, fix this. Cool. So meeting me in a comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall, spine reaching nice and long. Relaxing the shoulders. Being mindful of the breath. Giving a little focus to your breathing. Bringing some awareness to your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. On your last exhale, we're gently going to drop the head to the right side, right ear to right shoulder, engaging with the left sides of our neck. Breathing through your sensations here. And slowly, with control, rolling the chin towards the chest. Stretching the backs of our neck. And with control, gently rolling the head over to the left side, left ear to left shoulder, stretching the right sides of our neck. And with control, gently rolling the head forward, bringing the chin towards the chest once more, stretching the backs of our neck. And rolling the head to the right or left side, rolling the head all the way around, engaging with the muscles in our neck, still being mindful of the breath. And if you haven't already, you can reverse your rotation, go in the other direction. Slowly with control, bringing your rotation to stillness, bringing the spine back to center, which is gently going to roll the shoulders back, opening up the chest, opening up the throat. From here, slowly bringing your rotation to stillness. We're just going to open up the arms wide. And we're going to cross over right over left, bending the left arm, dropping the right shoulder, engaging with that right arm and right shoulder. Breathing through your stretch here. And you can release, open up the arms wide. We're going to cross over left over right, bending the right arm, dropping the left shoulder, bringing that left arm as close to as possible. Breathing through your sensations here as well. And you can release, open up the arms wide. We're just going to bring the arms up in front of us, stretching out long. We're just going to rotate the wrist. And reverse your rotation in the other direction. And after your last rotation, you can flip the palms, fingers facing us, forearm facing out, planting the hands to the floor, engaging with the wrists and the forearms. Feel free to add some heat to the forearms to ease up on the tension. Breathing through your sensations here. And flipping the palms, we're going to place the backs of our palms into the floor, opening and closing the palms, creating a fist, pulsing in the wrist. And flipping the palm over once more, fingers facing us, forearms facing out. And you can release the wrist from the floor, give the wrist a little shake, or bring it together for a figure eight. And you can release the palms. From here, we're going to make our way into tabletop. So however you want to get there, making your way into your tabletop. If you have any pillows or props, you can set that up to support the knees. Meeting me on tabletop, coming on all fours. Making sure we're stacked, shoulders stacked above the wrist, hips stacked above the knees. Feeling strong here. We're going to rise up the right arm, opening up towards the right side, and keeping the hips where they are. We're going to dive the right arm under the left arm, dropping the right shoulder to the floor or your mat. And breathing in your pose here. And you're mindful of the breath. And on your last exhale, we'll slowly make our way back into the tabletop. So coming back onto all fours, we're going to do the same on the other side. So making sure we're stacked, we're going to open up towards the left side, rising up the left arm. Feeling strong here. And keeping the hips where they are, we're going to dive the left arm under the right, dropping the left shoulder into the floor of your mat. Breathe into your sensations here. And on your last exhale, we'll slowly make our way back into tabletop. And with control, we're going to bring our big toes to touch. We're going to widen our stance just a bit, or you can bring your knees closer together if that feels comfortable for you. Sitting the hips down and back, stretching the arms out nice and long for a child's pose. And keeping your child's pose. With control, we're just going to crawl both of the hands over towards the right side, stretching the left side body. Breathing through your sensations here. And when you're ready, crawling both hands over to the other side, stretching the whole right side body. And your last exhale, and when you're ready, crawl the hands back to center. And if you want to adjust your child's pose, if you want to widen your stance or close your stance, you can feel free to do so at this time. And with control, when you're ready, however you want to get there, we'll slowly make our way back into tabletop. Feel free to take this time to sip some water. We're coming to all fours. Once you meet me here, we're going to extend the left leg long, keeping the right leg where it's at. Tucking the back toes, and we're just going to pulsate that back ankle. Engaging with the whole left leg, the Achilles, the heel, the toes, all of the feet. Just warming up that left leg. And you can bring this left leg back to meet the right. And we're going to do the same with the right leg, extending it long, tucking the back toes. We're just going to pulsate that right ankle, engaging with the whole right leg, the whole foot, toes, shin, Achilles, all of the feet. Next, we're going to move in into your plank. So however you want to get there, if you require your knees on the floor, feel free to add some cushion for that. But keeping your core up nice and strong. If you want to move down to the forearms for another modification, you can do so at this time. But feeling strong in your high plank. Engaging with the core. Being mindful of the breath. And slowly with control, lowering down towards the floor or your mat. Tucking the left palm on the outside of the left armpit, stretching the right arm out long. We're going to rise up the left leg. We're going to push it over to our right back space for a twist. Breathing through your sensations here. And on the last exhale, we're slowly going to bring this left leg back to meet the right. And you can release your right arm, tucking that right palm on the outside of the right armpit, extending the left arm out long. Rising up the right leg, we're going to push it over into our left back space for a twist on the other side. And on the last exhale, we'll slowly bring this right leg back to meet the left. And you can release that left palm. We're going to tuck it on the outside of the left armpit. And with control, we're slowly going to rise up the head, followed by the chin, the chest, rising up into up dog or cobra or baby cobra. Engaging with the lower back. And with control, slowly lowering down, back towards the floor or your mat. Once more, we're going to rise the head up, followed by the chin, chest, rising up into the up dog or cobra or baby cobra. Feeling strong here in your cobra, baby cobra, or up dog. Tucking the back toes, we're going to rise the knees off the mat, pushing the hips up and back, and downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal the feet, bend the knees. And with control, we're slowly going to crawl the hands towards the feet. Hanging heavy here. This forward fold. Slight micro bend in the knees. Slowly with control, we're going to rise all the way to standing. And when you reach the top, we're just going to roll the shoulders back. Opening up the chest, opening up the throat. You can slowly bring your rotation to stillness. Palms open by the sides. Feeling strong, feeling grounded. Inhaling, rising the arms up above the heads. Extended mountain pose. And hinging at the hips, we're going to swan dive down all the way for a forward fold. Inhaling, pressing on the shins, flat back. And you can release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slight micro bend in the knees. Placing the palms into the floor. And you can crawl the hands forward into your high plank. So if you have any cushions to support the knees, you can lower your knees towards the floor, but keeping your core up nice and strong or moving down to the forearms. In your high plank here, feeling strong, and with control, slowly lowering down all the way to the floor or your mat. Chaturanga, rising up into up dog or cobra. Engaging with the lower back. Tucking the back toes, rising the knees up off the floor, pushing the hips up and back. Another downward facing dog. And holding this downward facing dog here, we're just going to rise up the left leg, bending the left knee. And we're going to float that knee towards the chest. And we're going to plant that foot between the palms. You could lower down that back knee into the floor if you have any cushions or support. If you like to set that up now, I invite you to do so. Now, if your back leg's supported, just checking in, making sure we're stacked, making sure you're stacked. Knee are stacked above the ankle, back leg nice and long. Feeling strong here in a slow lunge. We're just going to work our way up to high lunge, placing both of the palms on the thigh. Feeling strong here. Breathing through your sensations here. Being mindful of the breath. And on your last exhale, you can release the right palm into the floor. And we're going to rise up the left arm up for a twist. And you can release that left palm, framing that left foot. We're going to rise up that right knee off the floor. And we're going to rotate that back ankle down into the floor. Bursting open into Warrior Two. Making sure we're stacked. Back leg reaching nice and long. Front leg stacked. Arms reaching out nice and long. From here, we're going to flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back. Stretching the left side, breathing through your sensations. And leading with the left arm, we're going to rotate the body, stretching the right side. And on your last exhale, with control, you can release this Warrior Two, lowering down, framing this foot once more, coming back into a low lunge. We're going to release this foot back to meet the right, releasing into your high plank, and then pushing up into your downward facing dog. Holding this downward facing dog here, we're going to rise up the right leg. And we're going to bend that right knee, floating that right knee towards the chest. We're going to plant that foot between the palms. And you can lower down that left knee into the floor. If you have any cushions or props you would like to utilize at this time, feel free to do so. Making sure we're stacked. Right knee stacked above the ankle. We're going to rise up into a high lunge, placing both palms on top of the thigh. Opening up the chest, opening up the throat. Feeling strong here. And on your last exhale, you can release the left palm, framing the right foot. We're going to rise the right arm open for a twist. Breathe into your sensations here. And we're going to lower down that right arm, framing that right foot. We're going to release that left knee from the floor. And we're going to rotate that back ankle down into the floor, bursting open into Warrior Two on the other side. Making sure we're stacked. Flipping the front palm, reaching forward, up and back, stretching the right side body. And leading with the right arm, we're going to rotate the body, stretching the left side. Being mindful of the breath. And from here, you can release. We're going to frame this right foot once more, coming down into this low lunge. Releasing this foot back to meet the left. You can lower down your knees towards the floor. And going into your child's pose. So if that means you're sitting back right into it, widening your knees, getting the big toes to touch. Or bringing some props and cushions to support the knees. And slowly with intention, however you want to get there. Making our way to our sits bones. Feel free to use this time to take a quick sip of water. We're going to tuck in the left leg, keeping the right leg long. Spine reaching nice and long as well. Crawling the hands down the right leg, grabbing the shin with the foot. And hinging at the hips. We're going to use our breath as a guide to lower our chest closer and closer towards our leg. So reaching as far as you can go. And when you feel like you reach your limit, you can round your spine. And then your last exhale, you can release, bringing the spine back to neutral. With the right palm, we're going to reach over, grabbing the left knee, rising at the left arm. We're going to just reach over as far as you can go, stretching the left side body. And then your last exhale, we're going to bring the spine back to neutral. And we're going to release the left leg, stretching it out long. And we're going to tuck the right leg in. Crawling the hands down, the left leg. We're going to do the same thing what we did on the right side. So hinging at the hips, using the breath as a guide to lower the chest closer and closer towards your leg. Once you felt like you reached your limit, you can round your spine. And on your last exhale, you can release, bring the spine back to center. With the left palm, we're going to reach over, grabbing the right knee, rising up the right arm. And we're just going to reach over, stretching the whole right side. And on your last exhale, you can bring the spine back to neutral. Releasing the right leg, stretching it out long. We're just going to pat both legs out on the mat. And we're going to bend the knees facing towards the sky. Arms out nice and long. And we're going to use our core to lower ourselves back without straightening our legs. Once you reach the floor, you can windshield wipe the legs. Excuse me. You can windshield wipe the legs back and forth. And slowly bringing your rock into stillness. We're going to straighten the legs. We're going to straighten the left leg, keeping the right knee bent. With the left palm, we're going to grab the outside of the right knee, and we're going to place it over to our left frontal space for a twist. If you look over the right shoulder, you can deepen the twist. Ooh. And on the last exhale, you can release, bringing the right leg back to meet the left. We're going to bend the left knee. With the right palm, we're going to grab the outside of the left knee, placing it over to the right side for a twist on the other side. Stretching out the left arm, looking over the left shoulder, deepen your twist. In your last exhale, you can release the left leg, leading it back to meet the right. Then we're going to bring the feet together like a prayer for an incline butterfly. Now, if you have any cushions or props you would like to put on the outside of the knees or under the knees, some support. So like so, like I'm doing here, you're going to have some cushions.
I'm not sure about that.
You can have some cushions under both the knees, if that feels comfortable for you.